Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the Isle of Man in the UK. This is John and Mike's MMA Corner.
Andre Harrison, you have got a defense coming up of your featherweight title. Now, I was not sure if you were going to be back on the Titan FC brand simply because I maybe thought you may have got a call up by the UFC, but it seems that you've got one more step, so to speak, one more obstacle before you get up into the UFC. Just one more man. Is that maybe how you feel as well about this?
How do I feel about this fight coming up?
Do you feel like this is possibly this is the last fight until that UFC debut?
Man, I honestly couldn't call it, man, because for the last couple of fights I've been hearing, this is the last one, winner of this moves up, and it hasn't happened yet. So, I mean, again, I don't really look at that too much of that prior to the fight, man, because I'm fighting tough guys, man. Like, this next guy that I'm fighting is no joke. So, I can't sit up there and afford to overlook him, in hopes of getting somewhere. I got to worry about dealing with this dude first. So I'm not even thinking about the UFC. Right now, I'm just thinking about this guy right here.
Yeah, your opponent, Deivison Francisco Ribeiro, however you want to pronounce it. Yeah, that rolls off the tongue, as you can tell, smooth as anything. I was smooth as sandpaper. But yeah, your opponent again is a very experienced guy. He's got he's got about 35 fights under his belt, somewhere around that. He's won 26 wins. The thing is, he's got hands, which obviously have got power because he's got a good amount of TKOs. But you can also see that he's got the decisions. I actually watched.
You said he has what?
He's got decisions as well, so it shows that he's got that kind of endurance, but he's also got the skill set to go hard for 3 rounds and keep a good pace and a winning pace. But I watched his fight against it's Waylon Lowe was his one of his last bouts, and for me, he definitely looked like it's almost like a striker and grappler competition with yourself being the stronger grappler. And I think he is one of those guys who, for you might just have your way of that kind of grappling side. Have you at all watched him?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay, Andre. Have you watched him at all, mate? Do you know anything about him?
Yes, I watched a couple of his videos. I actually watched that same fight that you're speaking about now, and I know Waylon Lowe is traditionally a wrestler, but in that fight, I don't believe he took a single shot. Not one single shot, which was a little mind-boggling to me. I don't know, why. I guess a lot of people do that. They're fighting, and we're training in all disciplines, and you get really, you start really focusing on one, and you feel like you're getting really good at it, but then you stray away from like your strong suit, and so I'm guessing that's what Waylon Lowe did. But again, like you said, the guy has good power in his hands. He's you can see he's very comfortable exchanging and throwing and stuff like that. So why you would just stand there and just exchange, especially being like the shorter guy. Waylon Lowe stayed like to the outside for most of that fight, and the good dude was just picking shots until finally he landed something that stung him. We'll see, man. I think things would be a little bit different when I fight. I don't plan on staying to the outside and letting him picking his shots on me.
No, I think your type of aggression and pressure is very different than Lowe's. Especially in the style, and especially in that fight. Anyway, Lowe's kind of style and technique in that fight was very different. Like you say, it didn't work. And he's got,
Hello?
that style.
I thought I lost it for a second.
Oh, it's okay, Andre. That style didn't really work for Lowe, but with yourself, obviously your coaches and everyone, you've already probably started to work out a good way to go around the kind of style and offense that he offers. Have you?
I'm sorry, you're like cutting. You're breaking up. You're like going in and out.
Am I breaking up, am I, buddy? Bloody technology, eh? What a pain in the backside it is.
Yeah.
Here we go. Give me a second. Let me just move that there. There we go.
Right.
Right.
I can hear you clearly now.
Yeah, I don't see. I just don't even know what I did there. Moved some bits around. It somehow worked, but yeah, it's one of them ones where I like the fact that this matchup. It came out of nowhere. I wasn't sure who you were going to get, and then when I saw the name, saw that they've given you someone who really is an experienced and knowledgeable fighter. I love it, you know, because they're not giving you, Titan literally giving you killer after killer, and you just keep knocking them down.
Yeah.
You know, your confidence, you'll be sky high, you'll have so much belief in yourself. I suppose you don't really care who you get now.
Well, I mean, I look at it like this, you know, again, I say it every single time, man, we train incredibly hard at Billmore Kickboxing, like incredibly hard. Day in and day out, we look, you know, our head coach, a father figure to myself and others here, Keith Trimble, like, he makes sure that, you know, you're working hard. Like, there is no such thing as an excuse here. We was actually joking about it earlier today. One of the guys was like, I'm sore, I can't do this, and, you know, well, you got to figure out how to do it here. You know, like, there's no such thing as an easy day here, you know, and so, you know, with being able to work out like this consistently day in and day out with the people I do it with, you know, again, on a daily basis, that alone gives me confidence, because I feel like if I can do this the way I'm doing it, then I'm the best featherweight in the world, you know? That's how I feel. I could easily be wrong, and I know there's plenty of people who probably disagree with me, but that's how I feel. And so when I get these fights, you know, with tough guys, or, you know, and I push myself and I go out there and I get that W, it just shows. It just shows.
Well,
so, again, like you said, Titans, you know, when I got done fighting Siler, you know, it was one of those things for me where I was like, I don't know who they're going to give me next, because, you know, that was really like all the top guys that were there. I fought them already. No disrespect to the 45 roster, but on paper, the tougher guys there I fought.
Yeah, it was.
I won, you know, I won every single one, and so, in my opinion, I thought I was getting ready to fight Freddie Asunciao.
Yeah.
But that didn't quite work out. I know he's definitely a guy, you know what I'm saying? And so I thought that was going to happen, but then they mentioned this gentleman. And, again, like you said, he's a very, over, you know, a ton of fights, you know, beat some real good guys, you know, and so, I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to the challenge, you know. I'm working really, really hard. I'm not taking this lightly. I'm not overlooking it, you know, so, again, man, June 10th.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. They've given you another killer out of nowhere, so it's one of them ones where they just want to. They like to it's almost like they're saying, Andre Harrison is beating everyone with another killer.
And see what we can do with this one. It's like they kind of keep an upgraded killer every time to try and test you and see how you handle it. I love it. You know, I think it's fascinating, the fact that you keep getting these high-level people and you deal with it. Do you feel that the one thing you're missing then is that finish? That's the only thing now you're missing, from your kind of, is getting that finish off, like just basically taking that risk is the thing. Taking that risk maybe when the exchanges are happening or when your opponent is wobbled a little bit, it's just taking that risk to flurry and just get the guy out of there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily know if it's like risk taking. Like, I get in there and I throw, man. Like when I was going with Tyler, we threw. I went in. I didn't hold back my shots because he has a great guillotine. Like I got in there and I fought. It's just, again, like you said, they're giving me killer after killer. It's not like these guys are easy to put away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the very, very first guy that I had at in Titan. Aaron
Uve, yeah.
Finished before.
Yeah.
He's never been finished before. was Kurt Holloway has never been stopped before.
Well,
and I
yeah.
watched him in some really, really. That dude has heart like no other, man. That he was in some bad position in his 2 losses that he had, and he fights all the way through. Like he's not gonna just wobble and you can just put him away like that. And the same thing, like Desmond Green, he recently went over to Russia and pretty much had like a massacre. Like he damn near killed the guy that he fought.
He's at 155 as well.
These are all the guys that I'm going with. So it's not like I'm going with somebody where it's like you touch them, they go down, and you can just pounce on them and get them up out of there. So I'm definitely I try. But again, I'm not. It's no easy bouts. From here on out.
Yeah. Well,
they're all championship bouts.
The thing you got with like said about Kurt before, he's lost 4 times and they're all decisions. No one's finished Kurt yet. Like Kurt fought Pat Healy back in Strikeforce and had a hell of a fight with him, and Pat Healy couldn't put him away. And obviously Pat's won a very big 155er. So,
exactly.
And that's like you say, you're spot on with the fact that you are putting yourself out there. All I was kind of notioning to was.
I understand what you're saying. Like, a lot of people, say that, like, my finishing rate isn't as high as some other people, but like I sit up there, man. I'll look at some people's records and they'll be, 10-0 with 8 finishes. But you look at the guys that they finished, they're like, 2-7 or 4-6 or something like that. No disrespect to guys with losing records, but again, I'm not fighting guys with those kind of records. Like, guys that I'm fighting.
Yeah, you don't want to fight.
Doing things now,
Yeah. Oh no, I am with you.
The guys you just brought up, Desi was in the finals of Bellator tournament.
Yeah.
Kurt had the belt here. Kurt and Desi had the title over here at Titan. Like, these guys are all something else, man. So.
You are absolutely spot on and dead on with what you're saying, mate. Honestly, Andre, you are nailing it on the head there. Look, there's an event coming up in the UK. So there's an event there's a guy who's 15-0. The guy's 15-0 in welterweight division. And I tell you what, I'd never heard of him until I heard he was fighting on this card, and I literally had to look at who he'd fought. And I was thinking, if I said to you, find someone who's 15-0, you'd imagine people would know about this guy who's 15-0. And the dude basically said, mate, I looked at who he'd beaten. One guy he had beaten had a winning record. Other than that, everyone else had a losing record. And it just said it all, really. You kind of thought the guy was not putting himself out there the way that you are putting yourself out there. For example, like I said, he's 15. He's 15-0, and you yourself, you're 12-0 now, and you've fought a lot higher level of guys pretty much since you came into Titan. You've pretty much had hard fights since you came in. Every fight in Titan's been a challenge, a really tough challenge, and that's the difference.
Exactly.
You're fighting. You're literally just not being stopped. You've not even had, like, I don't recall a time either in any of the fights where you were getting overwhelmed or you were like, you kind of thought it was like you Saved by the Bell or anything like that. I'm trying to think of a time, and I can't think of any times where I was thinking, Andre's in a really shit place right now. Like like I'm worried that he could get finished.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be honest here, and I'm probably only gonna say this only because these 2 guys that I'm about to talk about, man, they're amazing, cool dudes, man. But when I first Kurt, when I was in that triangle, it was one point where he shifted his hips and it was like spot on, and it was like one of those times where it's like, all right, Dre, you gotta hold your breath here because this is tight right here.
Yeah.
And then what made it worse is he was just dropping elbows, man, on the top of my head, and I'm just sitting up there like, man, this probably looks so bad right now. Right? So that was definitely one where I was in a bad position. That one wasn't as bad probably as when Sila had me in them damn guillotines, boy. Those things were tight as ever.
Yeah.
Like, at one point in time, he had me in the guillotine, and I can hear my coaches, instructing me on what to do. And all of a sudden, like, I hear, Dre, sit your hips to the... And everything went quiet, and I was like, damn, man, I think I'm about to go out. And I was just sitting up there, again, I attribute that to one of my workout partners, man, Gregory Gillespie, who fights June 4th. He's defending his Ring of Combat title, his lightweight title, and, that dude has one of the tightest guillotines, man, and so... in defending that, like, you're holding your breath, like, working, holding your breath, working, trying to get out of it, trying to stop yourself from getting in it. So many different things that go on with that, man. And so, fortunate for me, I have somebody who's good in that position where I'm constantly defending it and, finding new ways to defend it. So when I was there in the fight, I was able, to weasel my way out of it, so to speak. And,
yes.
That was a difference maker, man. I mean, you saw it the fight before. He had the guy shot in, and that was it. Whatever the short amount of time, I'm sure that fight was under a minute long. You know what I'm saying? And so, I was really good at that, man. Again, man, these are tough guys, man.
I tell you what, you hit it. I say you hit it well. You definitely disguised any potential panicking. You were very composed in the positions. Obviously, like you said, you've got guys that you train with that pretty much kick your ass in training to prepare you for when you get into the cage, mate. And it shows that your preparation is so faultless because you're not in positions where you freak out in fights. If you get in a bad spot, you make it look like it's nothing to worry about. You look quite relaxed, quite calm, methodical. You get out and then you just get on with your own game plan. Like, yeah, is that all you got to offer? Yeah, my turn now. And that's what it looks like. That's obviously all down to how you train and the guys around you.
Well, I wouldn't go as far as say I'm getting my ass kicked. I make sure I'm going, man. I don't get my ass kicked. But I would say though, like I remember listening to an interview. I watch a lot of fights and I listen to a lot of interviews, man. And like our UFC middleweight champion, Luke Rockhold, he paid homage to his training partners, Daniel Cormier and Cain Velasquez. And he said, with these two animals, I'm always in a bad position.
Yeah.
Every single day, if I'm taking a break, I'm going to get worked, And so, legitimately, you have to be on point every single time you're training. Yeah. And that's just to, survive or, come out on top or whatever. And because of that, when he's in a fight, if he's in a bad situation, it's familiar territory. It's nothing like you said, like, I'm not panicking, like, oh my God, like, what am I going to do? I've never been here before. I've been here before, several times. Yes. I know what it feels like to get tired while I'm sparring and and I still got 2-3 more rounds left, you know what I'm saying? I know what it feels like, when you get kicked real hard or you get taken down and you got to work up your back, or if you start and somebody has a triangle locked on you and you have to work. Like, I've been in these positions before. This is not unfamiliar territory for me. You know what I'm saying? And so because of that, when I'm in a fight, man, like I said, and again, it's not only just that, like, I'm, like, I grew up with how I grew up and where I grew up and all that other stuff, man. It's not a cakewalk. So if I can make it through what I've made it through, it's going to take more than one shot to just put me away. It's going to take more than just, a submission. You're going to have to go more than just a attempt to push me away. Like, you're going to have to combine a lot of stuff, man. If something goes bad, man, you earned it with me, man, because I'm not giving anything, man. I'm going to be stingy the whole competition, the whole fight. It's going to be stingy, man. It's not going to be easy work, you know what I'm saying? And that's for everybody, man. Whether I'm in there fighting, whether we're training together, however you look at it, like, it's going to be work, you know what I'm saying? Like, I make it my personal business to push myself as hard as I can every chance I get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so,
I agree, mate.
It's going,
You make, like, the guys you fought, they've had to fight their ass off, and that's even just to lose. Like, the effort they had to put in and to lose. Like the effort someone's gonna have to put in to win is going to be a hell of an effort. Like almost the way you're fighting at the moment, the way things are going for you, and you know Ribeiro is going to have to literally have his T's crossed and his I's dotted every single time, every second in that fight to get that strap if he's going to get it. You know, he has to have everything going for him that day. It's one of them things where he needs everything clicking for him and you to be on that kind of off day. He needs it, you know, that kind of day where you forget your hotel key, you forget to do this, you forget your gum shit, all the little daft things. He needs that to happen. That's what I feel with the way things are going for you, for him to win. But obviously, the way you prepare yourself, things are just probably going to be, you know, we're going to see, you know, an even stronger performance from your last fight in this one against Ribeiro. It's all going to be on Fight Pass, which is awesome as well, because I love the fact that I get to watch it on Fight Pass. I always push Fight Pass because it's awesome. I literally watch way too much Fight Pass. It is my girlfriend. I have no relationships with women because of Fight Pass, and I am proud of that. I will happily push a woman away for a night of Fight Pass any time now. It's it's got to that point in my life.
I hear that. I'm with you on that, man. Like, you know, when I'm doing my homework, that's what I call it when I'm watching fights.
Yeah.
I'm doing my homework. I don't really want any interruptions, you know. Let me do my homework, and I'll get to you when I get to you.
Exactly. I look even Glory as well and everything on it. I just love it. It's so awesome to have. Yeah, look, Andre, the fight's happening, like I said, June 10th. Deivison Francisco Ribeiro, we'll call it, is taking you on to try and get your strap, the featherweight title. You're going to be obviously putting on an exhibition, and you're literally going to be putting on a showcase for people to watch all around the world on Fight Pass. Before we come to that fight, though, what's your social media as always, buddy? I know it's straight up bubble. Stick it out there anyway. What is it for everyone at home who can tune in, man?
On Facebook, it's Dre the Bull, and on Instagram it's Dre the Bull MMA 145. On Twitter, it's Dre the Bull as well.
Yeah, get following him, folks. This featherweight phenom. And what about sponsors, buddy? Anyone out there backing you up and giving you like backing?
Well, I actually just changed managers.
Oh.
So I'm going to be having a new set of sponsors.
Okay.
But I would definitely like to shout out Battle Scar Management and New York Fighting.
Nice.
These are definitely two sponsors that I got in right now. So definitely, yeah, man. Battle Scar Management is me, my tall, big little brother, Randy Brown. And you know we're going to be making some noise here, man. You got to watch out for Battle Scar. We're going to do it up. So
I expect to see you in a Nike advert soon, shall I?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You and LeBron James doing an advert or something. But how about what about last but not least then? Give your gym a shout out again. Where it is for people to go if they want to go.
Definitely. Belmore Kickboxing Academy and Gracie Baja, Joe Scarola Jiu-Jitsu in New Hyde Park, Dr. Michael Camps and Beth Page. Like these are places where you cannot and you will not get better work than working with these people. I mean, down to I'm rooting for my friend, that's competing this weekend for the heavyweight strap. Stipe. Stipe was down there. He was working out with us for a little bit right before his camp started. I mean, we get some killers that come in there, man, and they all love it. They all say good things about it. You know, we a great group of guys over here at Belmore.
That's what I love to hear, brother. Right, Andre, I'm going to let you shoot off. I'm going to let you get going. I want you to have a great training camp. I want you to have a great time at Titan as you always do. And just enjoy this ride, my man.
Yes, yes. Thank you.